Hey, what is going on, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Blogs with Boilon Friday. Today we have quite a bit of news to talk about. We have to find out whether or not we're going to be getting the new character kits for the rest of next patch 6.3. 6.3, is that the number we're on now? And, we might have some time to talk about, some extra stuff related to the apocalypse hoopla that's been going on. Hopefully in the blog, I expect to see maybe some more character availability. That'd be nice. Or maybe they'll talk about, if we're getting more farmable characters, right? Because that's huge on the list for me, and whether or not that's going to go to Cosmic Crucible store or not. And also the event details for tomorrow. That's going to be in a separate video for tomorrow morning, though. So if you are looking for the Valkyrie milestone event math, that's going to be tomorrow morning. So look out for that. So without further ado, oh, no, that's not what I do. If you're ready to go, let's boil it down. Okay, here we are. So we kind of knew. We saw the silhouettes. We put it was a pretty reasonable guess here. They had green backgrounds. So this is the appearance of Amadeus Cho and Abomination, and their appearance into Marvel Strike Force. So we're going to get to know a little bit more about them. So I'm going to, maybe we'll read this. The Gamma team. So try not to rip your shirts with excitement to meet a squad of gamma radiation infused heroes and villains. So my biggest concern is how many of them have the gamma radiation unique, if that's going to be like how it was for Web Warriors with Oz formula, if that's going to happen again here, we'll find out. Or maybe we won't know until patch 6.3, really. Smash everything in sight. The new Gamma team will wreak havoc in war with their endless max health regen and their impressive damage. You'll get exactly what you'd expect from a team with more than one version of Hulk. So rework to Hulk probably confirmed here. And then, of course, oh, there we go, have it right here. War Horseman Red Hulk. 5 characters will be required to eventually unlock the Mighty Apocalypse. Are we actually going to get... No, okay, so we're not going to get the actual news for that. Or for his kit. But Red Hulk will be... Okay, so we're going to... New ability to the game for the first time. Battlefield effects. Because of the long-lasting effects of gamma radiation, Red Hulk will be able to inflict a new visual effect that persists after... A visual effect? So what? It doesn't do anything other than what it looks like on screen? That's kind of weird. For the War Scourge event, the final 2 traits have been revealed to be Ravagers and Wave 1 Avengers. Okay, so this is really interesting because, Ravagers are one thing. Now, I'm lucky that I built up Yondu and T'Challa previously. I built up Yondu for the Gambit raid, actually. Wave 1 Avengers would include Thor and Iron Man, and also, Black Widow, Cap, and Hawkeye and all that stuff. But in terms of usable characters, I don't know if you'd really want to... I don't know. Maybe you would use Iron Man standalone with his rework, but yeah, it's kind of wonky. So that's on top of what we know for the Hero as Guardians. So it's Hero as Guardians, Ravagers, and Wave 1 Avengers. So I'm not going to comment too much on this quite yet because I need to really stomach this and swallow it down and really understand, now what we know of. There's a lot of characters there, right? That's 5 from the Hero as Guardians. That's 5 for the Ravagers, and then I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 for Wave 1 Avengers. I don't remember how many they have. I think it's 6, actually. We'll have more information on Red Hulk, Battlefield effects, and the Scourge event in the near future. So we're going to get the kits for Abomination and Amadeus, or Brawn. I don't know what they're going to call him in this. We're going to skip through the lore, though. Abomination is a global brawler who can apply stun and defense down. He gives the Gamma team drain, more health, flips positives, and hits hard. Despite his damage dealing, he also applies debuffs, crippling them before giving them their final smash. Of course, like the rest of his team, he heals every turn, so that makes it sound like they're all going to have a passive that heals on turn, making him especially tanky. So he is not going to be unless he taunts. He doesn't have the Protector tag. With Gamma allies, he gains 30% focus for each Gamma ally. Okay, so he's getting a lot of focus for that. So Brawler, Global Bio Brawler. I think a lot of them almost all of them are probably going to be Bio at this stage. Villain for Abomination, though. So let's take a look. So basic, Furious Swipes. Primary target for 250% piercing, plus clear defense up, and then apply defense down. Chain to one adjacent target for 200% piercing, and then clear... Okay, so defense down's a little bit of a chain, only to one target, though. And then counterattack does break the chain if you primary hit into a counterattack. Deafening Clap special, 4/4, some pretty low energy cost abilities here. Attack all enemies for piercing, plus clear defense up, and apply offense down for 2 turns and defense. That's pretty good. 2 turns of offense down and defense down for AoE. That's pretty good. And actually, this is viable outside of war, so that's a pretty good debuff, actually, for if you were to use this character elsewhere. You know, that alone is actually really good. Those are good debuffs to have on a cooldown of 4. 100% extra focus on targets with defense down if they have it already. Gain 100% crit chance against targets with defense down as well. Or defense up, actually. Cannot be blocked. So that's a pretty solid skill for a cooldown of 4 and it lasts for 2 turns. That's pretty nice. Ultimate Pulverize, a primary target for 600, plus apply all, flip all evade and deflect, plus apply defense down and stun. Okay, so hopefully those go in order, and therefore you can still manage to, get the stun landed. That would be really nice. Can't be dodged, and it can't be blocked. On war defense, this attacks the enemy with the highest focus. So that's weird. I don't know who that's intended to hit. It's a defense team? Not a war offense team? This makes me very cautious now. I thought that they would be making it maybe I thought they'd make it like an anything team, a war defense or a war offense. Who is that intended to hit? Highest focus. I'm not even sure at this stage. Passive, Grotesque Rage. On turn, heal self for 20%, so that's nice. Flip 1 random positive effect on all enemies with any positive effects. This is like some pretty serious power creep. I think you could use this character standalone like in other game modes, because there's actually not a lot of the only war text is this. Otherwise, he's actually very viable elsewhere. 30% max health, 30% drain, and then he gives that to Gamma allies. That's really solid. Abomination gets like an A+ for me so far. This is like a 4.5 out of 5 kit. This is a widely viable kit that I think that, doesn't have callouts for the rest of the team, which means that this will make him a very valid standalone character for, newer mid-game players who maybe need to use him for the villain section for, like, Scourge events, things like this, global even, like Dark Dimension possibly. This is a very solid kit, so I'm giving this a pretty high rating. So Brawn, they are calling him Brawn. It is Amadeus Cho. Let's talk. There's a lot of lore here. Brawn is known for his smarts than his brawn. He uses his heightened intelligence to support his Gamma allies. Okay, so he's a support character, we see that. Increasing max health of Gamma allies, applying offense down with his special. He is a true support character by assisting injured Gamma allies with speed bar, regen, clearing heal block, giving offense up, and applying death proof. Okay, so that's pretty interesting. So global bio support. More global, but he's a hero character. Let's see if he's as good as Abomination. Primary target for 320 on basic, plus apply offense down. Okay. Apply regen to the most injured Gamma ally. Hopefully that would also apply to himself as well. Sometimes this is weird and it doesn't actually trigger themselves, but hopefully it does. Special Gamma Slamma. 5 out of 5. Primary and adjacent targets for 250, plus copy and clear all positives, excluding taunt, from each target. So that's a very nice, positive effect clearing, and it copies to him. Spread all positive effects, excluding taunt, from self to all Gamma allies. So pretty good in the team. Not as good as Abomination as far as, outside wider usage yet. In war only, specifically just war, this attack cannot be blocked. So, a solid war character here so far. Ultimate Showboat, 5 out of 5. Attack primary target for 150. Plus steal 35% health from the primary target and redistribute 500% of this. That's probably like a full heal. That's like, a lot of hit points. This could make them... It's only one target, unfortunately. I was going to say maybe this might make them viable as a bio-global Dark Dimension team. Maybe, even without Red Hulk. Remove all negative effects from self and all Gamma allies. Apply immunity to self and all Gamma allies. This attack, Health Steal ignores death. It does ignore death proof. And passes the triggers. So it can kill them. Then, like Minerva, it's been a while because a lot of the health drains do get pinged by death proof these days, especially the newer characters like Dr. Voodoo. So it seems like it might actually bypass this then. So that's good. Passive Mastermind Excello. On turn, so 20% healing. At the end of any turn, clear heal block on self or random Gamma ally that has heal block and regeneration. That's very specific, because they have to have... Oh, they have to have regen, so that's kind of weird. When this character or any Gamma ally drops below 50% health, fill that character's speed bar by 15% plus apply offense up and 3 death proof. This is like Squirrel Girl's passive. Luckily, this also does work outside of war. Hopefully, it also does work on himself as well. 30% max health, so that's... Didn't Abomination also give health? Yeah, it did. That's a lot of health. That's like 60% there for the team. So that's nice. In war, on spawn, if Hulk is an ally, gains safeguard and immunity on spawn. So a lot of stuff here in war, though. Not specifically with just Hulk, but yeah, a lot of in-war text here. So it's hard to say whether or not they're actually going to be a war offense or war defense, or you're going to get to choose. I would like some flexibility on that. On offense, apply 3 deflect to self and all Gamma allies, and 200% resistance. That's very good. Are we also... Oh, we're not getting the reworks yet. Yeah. So the envoys haven't been getting a lot of information with regards to character kits lately, so we're gonna be waiting for Hulk and She-Hulk's rework, and they'll be revealing to us that next week probably. So yeah, not me, of course, but you know, you'll see that in due time. So yeah. Go ask your fellow... I love how they just say this, though. That's funny. Summer of Thunder events. The Bifrost... Okay, so we have Quick Rumble 5, and that's going to be Asgardians, and, you know, that's pretty typical. We have the event campaign for Valkyrie, also pretty typical. That starts tomorrow as Store Reset, the Hammer of the Gods. If you haven't checked out my video for the campaign and the math, do check that out. I released it just... yesterday morning, and the heroic difficulty for that, and what, you know, how you're going to get to 4-star or 5-star free to play. Now, this is going to be the actual milestone event here. It looks like they just jumped ahead here in terms of their... Let's open this up in another tab, actually. Oh, that's... It says Bifrost rewards, but this should be the Party in Paradise event, I'm pretty sure, because it should reward the gauntlets somewhere in here. Yeah, down at the very bottom. It might be hard to see, actually. It says Gauntlets of Heroes. So I'm going to be doing a video on this tomorrow morning. I'm going to crunch the numbers. I'm going to do the math on this, and that'll show up tomorrow morning for you guys to get an understanding of like what you need to do in order to get here, and you know how it relates to the campaign event, because it's super important, because you're getting points for opening these party animal orbs, which is from the campaign event, and how that's going to transfer over to points for this event is going to be really important. We do get a 5 red star OG Thorn here, and there's a handful of other Mjolnir fragments, because a lot of people were asking, what does that mean? Because now that the Space Viking event is ending, and if you don't get those 2080 Mjolnir fragments in that event, how is that gonna, you know, what does that mean for your total by the end of the month? We're gonna figure all of that out by tomorrow morning. We're gonna have the numbers for that, so don't you worry about that. There's gonna be some other stuff in here. It might be cut off actually at the bottom of my frame here, but there is an Elite 5 orb at the very bottom here, and 240 orange T4 mats, and some training modules. There's some augmented gear down here towards the bottom as well. So other than that, it's not anything that we haven't seen before, but understanding how we get to this number, the Gauntlets of Heroes, which is 76,500 milestone points, that's going to be very important to know. So they don't actually tell us the points. Maybe I can't do the math. It doesn't tell us how many points that we get for opening the party animal orbs, unless it's further down. What does this even do for us then? We need to blitz. So we knew that there was a blitz thing with the party animal trait. That's here. That's these characters, but they didn't. Oh wait, is this even the list? Where's Squirrel Girl? Isn't Squirrel Girl party animal? Why isn't Squirrel Girl on this? What the hell is this? I've not seen these characters. Characters with the party animal trait? These are not people with the... Some of them are. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if they really actually understood the assignment here. Okay, we have the return... We're going to come back to that. We're going to revisit that. So we have the second iteration of Morgan Le Fay dropping July 20... Oh. Holy shit. This is literally on Wednesday. And Scarlet Spider is not farmable. How the fuck are people supposed to be... How are mid-game players and others supposed to be clearing these events when the teams that you need for this aren't being made farmable? That basically confirms that the patch is next week. It also confirms that you're going to have, you know, the saga is going to be unlocked pretty shortly after this. And so... It better be down below. Gear tier 17... Okay, we knew that. We pretty much knew that. I don't know, like, what else do we need to hear about that? Cosmic Crucible will be one of your primary sources of gear tier 17. Players at level 85 and above will see... You have to be level 85 and above first before you actually see the new slots in the Cosmic Crucible store. For a dedicated slot at 5 slots for teal origin pieces. So one dedicated slot in this store for the new, which I guess is this augmented syringe probably. I think that's it maybe for bio. They're so gracious. Our overlords are so gracious that they're giving us one dedicated slot. You know, I'm so glad that I saved up my Cosmic Crucible credits, but it seems that we may not be getting farmability in here. Next in the Raid Orb store, there'll be a new Teal Elite Raid Orb that contains gear tier 17 pieces. You'll be getting that in Doom Raid 3. Head over to the main supply store. A limited availability to the right of Teal gear pieces. And so it's going to be super effing rare to see gear tier 17 in there. New Armory 17 Orb coming in the weeks and months. Doom Raid 3 information. Whew. For example, normal difficulty on Doom Raid 3 will be on par with difficulty 1 of Doom Raid 2. So there you go, guys. If you're running 2.1, then you'll have no problems doing 3.0, which is great because I'm running 2.2, which means we shouldn't have a problem doing Doom Raid 3, so that's good to know as well. Requirements. Blue level 3, I don't think we were surprised by that. I think that that was probably what I thought, with the highest difficulty requiring blue level 4. So that's way later. I think there's 8 difficulties. I don't know if it says that here or not. So that's going to take a while to get up to. Anyways, recommended that characters are level 90 and 5+ red stars. Rewards, Teal Elite Orb, that new orb for gear tier 17 minis. 30% is enough fragment for half of an orb. 60% enough for 1 teal orb. I think we'll need to talk about this in a separate video, maybe. But yeah, it's kind of interesting. Reaching 30% completion on higher difficulties will award Teal Elite Orb fragments. Okay. Cosmic Crucible Leagues. This is a big. We're almost done, I think. Your league placement will be based on your tribunal rating with 6 possible placements. So, but we were already in league. So we were already in here, right? Save the World Streak update. We'll be updating this for layers level 85 in the near future, adding SBCs. 24 SBCs daily. This is really good, because that's like, over the course of 30 days, that's 720 SBCs. That's like half of a G15 character. But that's a lot extra, and I was just in my head. That's quite a bit, though, of extra SBCs, so I'll take it. New challenges, that's good, and that's going to include what? What are we getting out of this? Difficulty 4s, and, they're doing 5 as well, that's good. So blue level 2 and blue level 3. It doesn't say what we're going to be getting out of it, but it's probably going to be, it might be teal gear, actually. It's recommended that characters are level 85, so it could be teal gear. Strike Pass Season 18 is going to be Dr. Voot. We already have that, so that's weird. And then Blitzes. We have a Shang-Chi Blitz if you need more shards for him. And then Chaos Theory coming back around. Remember, everyone, all of this information in this blog is subject to change. There was a lot of stuff in here. We're not going to have time to talk about the Apocalypse stuff I talked about earlier on, because I didn't realize that the blog post was going to be this long. So I'll have to save that for a future video. But wow, there's a lot of information here. No information on farmability. That's a real kick in the teeth. And we have Scourge, fucking Morgan Le Fay coming back around next Wednesday, which is very early. I did not expect it to be that soon, and so for people who are mid-game players who maybe didn't unlock Morgan the first time around, this is a serious kick in the teeth with almost no information, no preparation, and they don't have any of the points that I need to do the math for this event. So if I don't get it, if it doesn't update, you know what, we're gonna check one more time. If it's been updated, if it hasn't, then we're, I don't know, gonna have to fly at the seat of our pants, and I'll try to put out the video as early as I can tomorrow. It doesn't seem like the information is here. So I don't know. I'll have to follow up on that, and I'll get back to you guys. So that's the end of this video. There's a lot here. Try to digest and swallow it, and I think we'll just have to, go back and do videos on various different parts of it as we go towards the patch 6.3. So that's the end of this blog. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, guys, if you can. And until next time, stay safe and healthy, and I'll see you all later. Boilon signing out.